Hi, it's Craig from Live Well and Flourish. I'm kind of excited about Poe's ability to have chats across different models. So I thought I'd run you through a little example here. I really like Poe. I like the fact that Poe for I think it's like $20 a month gives you access to a huge number of different models, and you can see just some of them here. You've got all these different models you can play around with. And so I'm using GPT-4. My prompt says I produce a podcast called Live Well and Flourish, give a description of it. And then I say, I want to do an episode that focuses on flourishing when you're tired. What do you think? That's one of my favorite little prompt snippets. What do you think? So nothing special here. GPT-4 thinks for a little while and says, okay, here's how you can do it. And we'll just keep scrolling down as it does its thing. And it should finish here soon. We're coming up on the conclusion. Call to action. Okay. So here's where it starts to get kind of interesting. So let's say I'm okay with this, but I want to see what Claude has to say. I can just click right here on Claude 3 Opus, and it'll put the same prompt into Claude 3 Opus. And we get some different view of it. So I'm going to let it run. You can see this is much less extensive than what GPT-4 came up with. So I want to just kind of keep going. And I'm going to go back to GPT-4. I know it's a little bit hard to see here, but I'm just going to type in the @GPT-4 and say, look back, find a good prompt. Okay, bring in, please revise the outline to bring in some Eastern philosophies. And now you can see that GPT-4 is responding. And so it's revising the outline to bring in some insights from East and West. And you can kind of see what's going on here. I'll keep scrolling down. Okay, I have no idea what this is. So we're going to have to ask. What are Sorry, my cultural ignorance is showing there. I didn't know anything about this. Who knew? So that's kind of interesting. Okay, now I'm going to switch models one more time and say at Claude 3 Opus, please write a script based on the outline and the additional information about routines. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word. Not routines. I can pronounce routines. And I'm going to give it some of my normal how to write stuff. Make the script engaging and conversational, but authoritative. Avoid common generative AI terms and phrases. And that's good enough for right now. All right, but now we're going to get what Claude 3 Opus has to say. And by the way, I don't like using generative AI to write my scripts. It works for some people. To me, a big part of the fun of all of this, of doing a podcast that blends philosophy and psychology, as does Live Well and Flourish, is in figuring all of the different ideas out and kind of figuring out how to put them in terms that are understandable to a general audience. And so I enjoy the writing. That's a really long-winded way of saying I enjoy the writing. So I wouldn't use this script, but I thought it would be interesting for you to see. And there are a lot of things I could have done better with this prompt. I didn't give it too much information about how to do the writing. I didn't say anything about format. I didn't say anything about length. So this is not a great prompt, but that was not the point of this exercise. The point of this exercise was to show you how we could start off with GPT-4, switch over to Claude, go back to GPT-4, all right, and back to Claude, and we could keep going with any of the models that that you have access to in Poe. So anyway, I think this has got some uses that, God, why did I say it that way? I think this is pretty useful in the right situation. So if you have Poe, I would encourage you to play around with it. If you don't have Poe, I would strongly encourage you to check it out. All right, that's it for this time. Remember, you can go to aigoestocollege.com, sign up for the newsletter, subscribe to the podcast, YouTube channel, etc., etc., etc. Ring the bell, click the like button, subscribe. I don't know, whatever you're supposed to do with these things. All right, thanks. Talk to you next time.